Finally, a fight worthy of Gunjarg. Well met, but how will you fare when the stakes are raised? Act 2 begins. Equip yourselves as you see fit. Let the real battle begin.
This doesn't look terrifying at all. I'll take you on. I'll take you all on, motherfuckers. You wanna fight me? Well, let's go and get ourselves into a fight. Actually, I can't do that, so let's just go right into scale. And I'll attack you, alright? I'll attack you and destroy your ass harder than anything else. Actually, I don't know what I'm about to say. But, with that done, we'll try and face the appendages and try and deal as much damage as possible. Thankfully, we're in a scale combat now, so things are gonna be a lot more straightforward. By the way, you can do this on foot. I wish you luck. I fucking wish you luck, god damn it, cause you're gonna need it if anything happens really here. But yeah, let's just be real to yourself. You ain't doing this on foot. I mean, you can. I just never seen someone do it. By the way, this is a really hard chapter. I really needed the best of my equipment just to stand a chance against the other guy. So I hope that shows how much of it is actually kind of hard to deal with. Anyway, we're done with that. So now we're just gonna go and deal with Basara. This is probably one of the most badass Mech design I've seen in quite some time, actually. You just cannot deny that this thing oozes with coolness. By the way, this thing has such a giant health pool. I mean, it's not as bad as other, things we've been fighting, but still, this thing does have a pretty legitimate, very big H pool. It does have, like, I want to say, maybe it has, like, over 200,000 points of HP. It's just unbelievable how much HP this thing actually has. Like, we're dealing damage after damage, and it's only like 1/6 of the way there. So be wary while fighting this thing's gonna take a while. Go ahead and make sure you're up for survivability. And in fact, I'd say do that for the entirety of the chapter. It's kind of unbelievable how much this thing can tank. Anyway, it does have a lot of equipment that can mess you up, so be wary about that. Now, once we enter that stage, he's gonna be evaluating the barrier of energy. That it doesn't matter what you do now. He's gonna completely counter any and all things you throw at him. So don't focus on that. Instead, focusing on the other mechs on the field right now. It's gonna help you so much more in battle ahead, and like it matters anyway. So let's do that. Just go ahead. What am I doing? Okay, I thought I was on foot there for a second, so I messed up my controls there. Okay, so once that's done, you should have a couple of them hanging around. Just make sure you focus on them, and you should be fine. By the way, I just want to mention one thing. Make sure you have a lot of accuracy while going into this chapter. There's a lot of, and I mean a lot of enemies, and by enemies I mean the rock people. They have a lot of evasive properties, and if you don't have those evasive that accuracy to counter it, you're gonna have your fights are gonna take one hell of a time just to finish it up. So be sure of what you're doing, because like I said, your fights are gonna take a while if you're not prepared for that. So yeah, that's about it. Really, this fight is not that much interesting outside of the boss, which has some not only a very inventive design, but just that this fight isn't impressing outside of that, is what I'm trying to say. Then again, he throws out his blade and tries to fuck you up. It really just is a great introduction. Well, not a great introduction, but a great encounter with the Whrotian people. And like I said, they're probably some of my favorite encounters in the entire game. I really like their design. I like their philosophy. It's quite standard, honestly, for like a JRPG to throw something along these lines, like a proud warrior type of people. But just incorporating their axe design, politeness, and just their overall confidence and their pride with being humble added to it. It just has like a certain gravitas to how they speak and how their mannerism are, and I just like that. It's just a really cool touch to an already cool game. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's just try to finish this as much as possible. If you have, honestly, if you want to have a quick tip not against this fight, but in this fight, if you have 2 equipable beam blade, this one is gonna go fast. This one's gonna go pretty fast actually. Beam blades can replenish a lot easier than normal arts. Normal scale arts, you only take 20 seconds to replenish. And if you have 2 of them, well, that's easily like 12,000 points of damage in the span of 20 seconds without actually counting your main weaponry and other arts that you may have, especially beefier arts on your right shoulder. So beam blades are incredibly useful just because they add like they have additional potency against mechanical opponents. With that done, after he's below 1/5 of his health, he will completely inflict the stage in an entirely new weather condition that you've probably never seen before. It's called Brainstorm Rain, and Brainstorm Rain is like a worse version of electromagnetic storm that you see in Xenoblade. It constantly damages you. It buffs by a hell of a lot powered attacks, thermal-based attacks, and really it just benefits you in a lot of ways. For one, you have thermal res down, and there's tons of things going on those sides. So Vasara is an extremely powerful opponent just because of that specific last 1/5 of his fight. It's kind of unbelievable. Since he can take so much damage, well, he can tank all that damage and just dish it out just because he has so much survivability. So yeah, just be careful around this guy, because like I said, he's not as easy as many people think. But with that done, we're one last attack and he's done for. There we go. We finished him off.
Move in and strike.
Your strength is true. I thank you for this defeat. Our encounter has been most edifying. North of here lies a shadowy land of rock and fire. Jagged black stone, lit only by scars of boiling magma. There you will find the Ganglion stronghold. May the tides of war lift your fortunes!
That guy was not so bad, huh?
Yeah, he said they're mercenaries. Maybe we could convince them to fight for us.
Great idea, Lindley. Tatsu love kitties.
I wouldn't call them kitties to their face, small fry. They'd slice you up, brine the wedges, add a nice buttercream sauce, then...
Lindley talking way too many details.
Oh, sorry. Was I saying that out loud?
Lindley is not funny.
Hey, good news. Lau was just admitted to the maintenance center. Looks like he's gonna make it.
Really? Thank God they got to him in time. Let's hurry back and check in on him.
Right.
Elma? What is it?
Nothing. Sorry. Just a little worried about Lau. Let's get back to New LA.
Grandmaster Luxar. I thought I told you never to disturb me in this chamber. What is it?
Sir, a message from Gajarg. You'll want to see it, sir.
Counselor Luxar, this is mercenary warlord Gajarg, former prince of the Kingdom of Wroth. It is with a heavy heart and deep regret that I must report to you that the Wrothian people are unable to carry out your mission to annihilate the human race. We realize this means we will no longer enjoy the benevolence of Ganglion patronage. So be it. The Wrothian people will make our way as an independent mercenary force, effective immediately. We look forward to settling our debt with you on some future battlefield. Until then...
Gajarg, you traitor! I should have known those ungrateful rats would bite the hand that feeds them!
You seem to enjoy that, Prince Jarg.
But what a shame. If only I could see the look on what that overgrown slug calls a face.
My prince, what has gotten into you?
You disapprove?
On the contrary, everyone loves a scoundrel.
Is that so? Then we're in luck. From this day forth, we are lawless vagabonds, subject to no one. What say you to that, you Wrothian scoundrels?
Morning, Sleeping Beauty.
Doug? Is this the Lifehold?
New LA, buddy. Sorry, no real body just yet. They saved your Mim before it shut down. Too bad, huh? Better luck next time you die.
I see. Doug, it's all my fault.
Save it. Just rest. Elma?
Doug, you beat us here.
So, how's he doing?
He'll be up and around in no time. Why don't you go take a look for yourself? Say hi.
Thanks.
Doug, we need to talk. Can you spare a minute?
Of course.
It's about Lao. I have a suspicion. Well, it's more than a suspicion.
Let's hear it.
The Ganglion were struggling to retrieve that alien mech, the Vita. Lao suggested we go after it. He even planned the mission. So we extract it. And the Ganglion know exactly where it is when they come for it, with Lao's team away from guard duty.
Oh, boy.
And this last mission, he gave us coordinates for a Lifehold unit he found. Turned out to be a Ganglion ambush. It's too much to be a coincidence, Doug.
Well, what do you think, Rook? You think he's a spy? even if you're right, he saved our bacon plenty of times. We should at least give him a chance to explain himself. We owe him that much.
Yeah, I guess you're right.